What's up, y'all? Yabusele is not better. You really need to get it gripped, man. If the San Antonio Spurs trade for Yabusele for Sohan, that's a L. That's a L. But it doesn't look like they're interested. But that's a L. That was a whole nother story when he was a free agent. That was a whole nother story. My night just keeps getting worse. Jesus. Here we go. Yeah, if you say Yabusele, you just haven't. I mean, no offense. I'm not gonna say you haven't been watching basketball, but you haven't been watching New York basketball. I love Yabusele too, but not for Sohan. Not straight up for Sohan. My biggest fear with all of this is that whatever you get is not gonna be okay. I'm jumping too far ahead. I'm jumping too far ahead. Guys, if you were to get OG, if you were to get Mikal, if you were to get Trey Murphy, if you were to get Herb Jones, if you did any of that, I'll shut my mouth. I'm cool. I'm relaxing. I'm going about my day. But the man, I don't know. Clan, did you watch that vid? What you mean? I want Trey Murphy so bad. You're not getting Trey Murphy. Banchero. Why we keep bringing up Banchero? Oh, you're the only one bringing up Banchero. Why are you bringing up Banchero? No, kitty. No, kitty. What did I do with your collar? Where did your collar go? Because I didn't hear you coming. I don't like that. I don't like not knowing you're here. What did I do with your collar? Gosh, what an emotional night. Bobby Porter? Guys, that's not a good trade. That's not a good trade. What happened? Alright, well, okay. Is my camera too close to me? I feel like it should be like... Send a little bit. Will always cherish my Fiesta Jeremy jersey. Hopefully he finds a good home. Okay, we haven't talked about anything. I've said this time and time again. Hold on, I'll talk about it in a second. Bobby Portis is shooting 46 from 3. I really think you guys are underestimating. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Everybody shut up for a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Be quiet. Hold on, y'all. I'm seeing some tweets here. Everybody shut up. If it's, hold on. things are happening. I'm so confused. Hold on. Give it a minute. Holy. Give me a second. I'm bringing the stuff up, guys. I'm bringing the stuff up. I had to repost it. Okay, so all right, okay, all right. Everybody, calm down. Okay, everybody, calm down. All right, you got some questions in the chat. What's going on? What's happening? I haven't heard anything. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and supply you with a little bit of info. Okay. So first and foremost, I want to slap every single person in the chat that brings up Sohan straight up for Yabusele or Sohan straight up for Bobby Portis. I think that those are bad trades. Now, if there's more connected to those, sure, okay, maybe, but I think those are bad trades. So I'm going to go through the series of events that have come to fruition today. Okay? Did Clan get Sintel? No, I didn't. No. I didn't get Sintel. I didn't get Sintel. Don't worry. This is all real. So I wanted to go through every single thing that happened today. I'll give you my overall thoughts and what direction it looks like we might be going in. Yeah. So first and foremost, let me say this. Before I supply all this news and stuff that I noticed for the day, I want to say that I think it was a tremendous misstep from the San Antonio Spurs, well, Mitch Johnson, to not implement Sohan into the offense. I think it was a huge misstep because I don't know. I could be wrong because, yeah, I'm not going to focus on it because I could be wrong because our front office is so great, so it might not matter. But you do want to bring up that. Dude, for real. Okay, sorry, I'm all over the place. It's like I just saw something, it made me excited, so I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel. I just saw something that made me excited, so I don't know how to feel. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I am not a real YouTuber, okay? I am not a real live streamer. Like I am terrible at this. Okay, someone else take my job. All right, so it's not really my job, but let's go ahead and talk about everything that happened today. So first and foremost, people have asked the question, what am I going to do if Jeremy is gone? I'm going to be a Spurs fan. I don't know why that would change anything. People seem to forget that my favorite player of all time is Manu Ginobili, but my second was Derek White. So, yeah, nothing would change. But with that being said, there's a lot that came to the light today, so I wanted to share it with you guys, and then I'll give you my overall thoughts. So let's just go straight through the news. That's what people care about. So what is it? What's the breaking news? What's going on? So first and foremost, let's just go through the series of events for today. So first, I saw Jeremy Sohan post this, right? Nothing different here, right? He's been posting patience. He did it before, like maybe like a month ago, and we talked about that, but he put it on his Twitter. He said patience. That was last night, later last night. So a lot of people started speculating right off the bat, like, okay, what does this mean? Like, they're not giving him any minutes. So I don't know if he's just saying patience for Mitch Johnson to give me more minutes. No, that doesn't seem like it's the case, right? So just seemed kind of cryptic, and to the point where a lot of people were speculating, like, what's going on? Is he gone? Where is he going? And then we end up getting this. So this was a report saying that the Knicks, the Lakers, Rockets, sorry, I almost said Raptors, and the Spurs are all teams that have interest in Alvarado. Now, as I said, I think, well, actually, I don't think I didn't say this. Yeah, I was talking to a friend about it. Alvarado, I would love to bring him to the squad. I don't want to trade Sohan for Alvarado. I think that would be a bad trade. I think you can get more out of that. But I do like him. I saw some fans like, well, we got too many guards. Yeah, but he's a dog. I like dogs. Give me a dog. Bring me a dog, right? I would just see it as an upgrade from Lindy Waters. Like, that, I mean, we already have, I'm pretty sure the Spurs have an open roster spot anyway. So, but even if you wanted to just offload some picks, do it, man. So it says price tag appears to be multiple second round picks as he holds a $4.5 million player option for next season. So I'm going to make the assumption, because my San Antonio Spurs would not do this to me, that they would not trade Jeremy Sohan for Alvarado. I highly doubt they would do something like that. I think that would be crazy. That would be absolutely insane. I love Alvarado. He's 30 years old. That's just a bad trade. That's dumb. Yeah, I just don't think that that's great. The best possible scenario is if you were to move Sohan and you get a player that also can do what he was doing, so you're not losing a big part of what the Spurs could have. It's not like we were using him anyway, but what the Spurs could have. But moving on, then what we got was this. So this is the nail in the coffin for me. If he's not traded, I'm going to be so shocked at this point. So we got this report, and this is from Steinline. That's how you say it. League sources say that Jeremy Sohan and his representation have received permission from the San Antonio Spurs to explore the landscape for a potential new home via trade. So in San Antonio Spurs fashion, they're allowing the player to kind of pick, where do you want to go. They're not going to just send you wherever like they did Kawhi, because it ended so poorly. But they've opened up the gates and said, hey, Sohan, if you want to go somewhere else, man, go ahead and start exploring, because we don't have, our coaching staff don't know how to use you. I know that's mean, but it is what it is. So, yeah, it looks like Jeremy Sohan and his representation are reaching out, trying to see what's going on. Now, you might think, I don't think this is a controversial take. I think they've severely misused Jeremy, like, this entire time. I truly don't believe that you don't have a place for him whatsoever. I've seen people say, like, oh, well, he can't shoot. He hasn't played enough to really know that. Literally, if he this is how little Jeremy Sohan has played, just to give you guys some perspective, okay? If he makes his next 5 shots in a row, 5 threes in a row, he's at 35%. That's how little he's played. That's how short his leash has been. That's how few shots that he's taken. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So the idea that, he can't shoot, I don't really know what you're getting that off of. Even if you look at the stats for our home games, and it is what it is, but you look at his home games, he has the highest 3-point percentage, but also he hasn't played. So whatever, I think it's like 40% at home. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Like, you can't get a good gauge of how he's grown as a player. But it is what it is. We move on. So I was quite upset and sad when I saw this news. But the reason why I was sad is because I just got done watching Monster, the 2023 Japanese film Monster, and I was in tears. And I was like, oh, man, I love this movie so much. It's so heartbreaking, heartfelt, and heartwarming and all this stuff. And then I saw this news, and I was just a roller coaster of emotions. So it looks like I was when I saw when I saw this tweet, I was crying, but I wasn't crying because of Sohan, but it added on to it a little bit. It was a little weird. It was a little weird thing going on. But yeah, he's below 30%. Stop making excuses for him. I literally just said he has played so little that if he takes 5 shots, go do the math. I'm pretty sure if he takes 5 shots in a row and he hits them, then he's at 35%. Like, come on. I think in the month of January and December, like, Barnes is like 26% or something like that. Steph Castle is in the 20s. Like, come on, let's stop being foolish here. But anyways, moving on. So, but Keldon has been phenomenal. Keldon Johnson's shots, he's been knocking them down. We can take a look at 3-point shooting if you guys are interested. But moving on. So now this is what I saw, and I said, maybe, please. If Mitch Johnson could pull something like this off, so it says, Mark Stein says he's heard that the Pelicans are looking for a Bane-type offer to part with Trey Murphy or Herb Jones. Orlando gave up 4 first-round picks and first-round pick swap in the deal. So, yeah. If... I need it in my veins. Guys, listen to me. If Jeremy, because I don't want Jeremy to go. You guys know this. I love Jeremy Sohan. I think he's a phenomenal, phenomenal is too strong to word. He's a really great player. I think he's a phenomenal defender. And I think that he brings nasty that the San Antonio Spurs needs. All that is true. But if you were to get Trey Murphy, as the chatter said, my life is in your hands, Brian Wright. I will take, if you guys want me to, I will take this beautiful plushie of the great Sohan, and I will rip the head off if we can get Trey Murphy. Oh my God. But that's wishful thinking. I don't know what's going to happen. We just have to wait and see. That's the news thus far. I don't know. But if they were to trade Sohan for some second-round picks, we crashing out. If they were to trade Sohan for Yabusele, we're crashing out. If they were to trade Sohan for Alvarado, we're crashing out. Crashing out. Clan, will you address the Wemby comments on Minnesota? I love it. I love that Wemby does not care. I love it. I love that he's honest. I love that he is genuine. I love everything about Wemby. He should be the face of the NBA, while all these other NBA players are just cowards or don't care, just all about their brand and their self and their shoot deals. I cannot stand that, bro. I love it. Wemby's just being real. It's truthful. The fact of the matter is this. I mean, I know this isn't the topic for the segment, but any other country or most other countries look at us and we're like, our politics are so out of whack. Most countries just look at us and just be like, wow, that's messed up what's going on around here. But people here want to have a discourse about it. Ridiculous. But yeah, I love that Wemby said what he said about Minnesota. Anyways, but yeah, what I was trying to say was Comrade Wemby. I love that. But what I was trying to say was, yeah, I think Sohan being moved, I don't want it to happen. I really don't. But if I put some hopium in my veins and you were to do something like this, okay, I'll shut my mouth. I'll be quiet. Take it on the chin. Deal. For Trey Murphy, I will give you Sohan. I might give you 2 players. I'll give you Sohan, another player, and then I'll give you a few picks. Maybe a couple picks. That's what I would do. But we got a really great front office. And that's the thing. I don't think the San Antonio Spurs have made any deals, maybe a couple here or there, but the vast majority of their deals have been really great ones. And we've done a phenomenal job of, making sure we get the, best end of the stick on this. I know a lot of people kind of complain about, I think the last deal that Spurs fans complain about is the Derek White one. But even if you go back in time and you recognize what Derek White's value was on the market at that time, it's not that crazy. Like, it wasn't that bad of a deal for that time. Now looking back, it's like, yeah. Sohan for a washed up Kawhi, that would be something. I'll give you Sohan and Kelly for Trey Murphy. Now, you guys already know, because we went over this. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring up the article that quick. I can't bring it up that quick. But we did look at an article the other night that actually stated that the San Antonio Spurs were looking for deals for Kelly Olynyk, and they were not interested in the New York Knicks offers for Sohan. So, how are we feeling, guys? Don't be upset. It's going to be okay. We're Spurs fans through and through, regardless of what happens. You already know, if our boy's gone, you're gonna have to deal with a Dear Sohan song. I'm gonna have to start writing. Have that finished by this weekend if he gets traded this week. But I don't know. Sohan and Harrison Barnes. I'd give up Sohan and Harrison Barnes for Trey Murphy in a heartbeat. You joking? Are you kidding me? Disappointed in Mitch? I've been disappointed in Mitch. And I think even if you dislike Sohan, it would only help us if he were to play. If the Spurs were looking to move him all along, which they weren't, but if they were, then it would make sense for us to play him to make sure that you can get something. See where he's at. The most unfortunate thing about all of this is throughout the last few years, most of his career, maybe other than his rookie year, he's super young still. The San Antonio Spurs have kind of had him all over the place as far as what they're asking him to do. Hey, can you be point guard? Hey, can you be backup center? Like, hey, can you guard all 4 or 5 positions? Like, they've had him do so much. And now when you finally get a year where you got enough talent where you kind of can, try to see what you got there, they just don't play him at all. So it's very unfortunate. I see some hashtag ditch Mitch. Yeah, it's very unfortunate because it didn't have to be like that. If Sohan were to play a good amount of minutes, just to say like a consistent 15, right, this season, 15, 20, and, it's a very obvious, like, oh, wow, yeah, this isn't going to work, then sure. But, guys, I can't make that assumption based on what I've seen. You haven't seen them. So that's where that's where it confuses me with a lot of Spurs fans, where they're jumping out and just saying, well, he just doesn't fit. He just doesn't fit. He just doesn't fit. Have you seen it? I'll admit, I'll be the first one to admit with Keldon, I was completely wrong with, saying like whether or not he'll be able to improve and they'll be able to find a role for him, because I was really worried about his tendencies on the court, especially offensively, and then how poor his defense was. I'll admit I was completely wrong, but at least I had multiple years with him and multiple minutes. And I mean, for me to at least have that opinion, I don't really understand the opinion from this season. Like, super young player, barely played this season. Like, I don't know. They did Sohan dirty. They did. It was kind of ridiculous. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. But we'll see what happens. Another thing too. I didn't mention this. Completely forgot to mention this. So this was another thing that makes me believe that Sohan might be gone. Hold on, let me see if I can find. Where is it? Do they have? I'll just use this. No. Screw it. I'll just use this person's tweet. This is Matt Guzman. I'll just use his. Injury report for the Rockets game coming up. Questionable. When I saw that, I was like, oh, goodness. Questionable from what? Yeah. Sohan for Steph Curry straight up. I'll take that. Yeah. Guys, you got Sohan questionable for the game. You got Sohan tweeting out patience. And now you have Sohan giving the green light to look for other teams. Yeah, it might be a wrap, guys. Yeah, we're kind of cooked. Wow, it's over. Yeah, it looks like we're kind of cooked. I'll be very shocked if you keep him. But if they were to keep him, then that definitely means we're going to try to give him an offer, right? But then I'm wondering, like I've been wondering this all season because you haven't been playing him, and this is what happens, that after the season is all said and done, like, what is he going to do? You know what I mean? like when the season's all said and done, he might just go somewhere else, because he's like, why would I sign a deal with the Spurs, go with another team that's paying me a little bit more? But yeah, and we've looked at a podcast as well that has Sohan on it, and he talked about how worried he was as far as this upcoming season. Like, he was like, this is a very important season. This is the season which you actually get, you get paid, you get put on the map. This is when you're set for life, like getting out of your rookie deal. So he's been nervous about it. So it makes complete sense from his standpoint and his team to be like, hey, let's start exploring other options here, you know? Because as much as we want to sit back and be like, hey, be unselfish and all this, that's great and dandy, but what for, you know? Like, what for? We'll be fine. We've been fine. But the Spurs got to get something out of this. You got to get something out of this. And if the Spurs can manage to get a wing defender out of this, I am on board. I'm happy. I'm cool. But if it's like, oh, here's a few picks, oh, man, that's bad. That looks really bad on Mitch. Also, another thing that kind of sucks about this too is because he's like, maybe he's going to have that's not true. That's not true. It can still play in our favor. If he gives us quite a few teams that he's cool with, that he will want to be moved to, then we're good. We got some options. But yeah, we got some options. So we'll see. Get Mitch away from my team, please. Sohan to Detroit for Duran, and he wins a championship. Why would you want to do that trade? We already have a backup center. Let's see. I'm just trying to see what you guys are, what the consensus is in the chat right now. I should ban you for that. Sohan stinks and Castle is next to go. I should ban you for that. It has never been Sohan stinking. It's never been Castle stinking. It's the mismanagement and miscasting of roles. That's all it is. Some roles are perfect. Like Keldon's role, absolutely. Mwah, right? Cornette, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Genius what they've been doing with these players. But then you have a couple where it's like you're either severely undervaluing or severely overvaluing what players can do. And I think Castle has been severely overvalued as far as what they expect him to do. He is not a primary point guard. Oftentimes his reads, I think a lot of Spurs fans are making the same mistake they made with DeJounte. A lot of his reads where you'll see games where he has 8-10 assists, that's great. But most of them are first reads, simple passes. He's not dissecting defenses the same way that Dylan Harper has the potential to. Like, he's just not that type of player. He sees the first, second read, and that's it. He's becoming more and more predictable from teams. Picks up his dribble way too early. You know, it's a bad game. You know, once you have him pick up the ball, it's only one or two ways this is going to go. Well, one or three ways it's going to go. He's going to take a contested shot. He's going to pass it up to Cornette or Harrison Barnes or someone in the corner. Or he's going to turn the ball over, you know? I guess 4. He also gets to the line. But he's much better off ball, and that's, you know, even at UConn, you kind of had him doing that, where he was more of a connector, if anything. But yeah. Yeah, I know, bro. You can't convince me a defender with great IQ like Sohan can't fit on your team with Mitch. You know, the unfortunate and ironic thing about all of this is, if you guys recall, I mean, even me at the time when we were talking about, like, because that's when I really started getting into the draft, because I really cared at that point, because I never had to care as a Spurs fan. But I really started paying attention to college and paying attention to who's going to these drafts. And you guys remember I wanted Jeremy from day one. And the reason why is because I didn't know if the Spurs were able to get Wemby in the future. Like, we didn't know if that was going to happen. So we were just kind of sitting back, and we just thought, or at least I thought, I was like, hey, let's get a player that you can just fit in any system. And that's who he is, right? And that's why the Spurs drafted him, because he was a guy that you can kind of, he's versatile enough you can kind of fit him in any system based on what you need him to do. And somehow, some way, Popovich found plenty of uses for him. You know, we had bad teams, but plenty of uses for him. But Mitch just couldn't manage, man. Says more about the coaching, to be honest. Yeah, kind of. But he's a very young coach, but yeah. Yeah. That's all it is. I don't buy, you know, a lot of people start to do the whole like is ought fallacy when it comes to Sohan. They'll say, well, he's not playing, and the reason why he's not playing is because he's trash. That does not track. You can't just make that leap like that. Look at the pick driving for the ball, dog. Yeah. You can't just make that leap. You can't just instantly say, oh, he's not playing. You know, there's a reason he's not playing. Because did you do that with Pop? And then do you think Mitch is a better coach than Pop? Like, what exactly is going on there? You know. So no, that doesn't track. Yeah, but you failed to take into account that Pop is sick. Sick as F? What you mean? Y'all are going to regret this. Sohan, this great talk. Why would we regret anything? What are you talking about? Y'all going to regret? Oh, we're going to regret it. You think if Sohan leaves the Spurs, do you really think we're going to care? I mean, we're going to care that he's gone. You think we're really going to care about what he's doing on another team? I would just want to destroy him on the other team. I wouldn't care. Dude, Wemby could leave my team and I wouldn't care. I mean, I would care that he's gone, but I wouldn't care about his career anymore. Dang Clan? It's the truth. I'm a Spurs fan. Right now, I've been irritated. Dude, I've spent a multitude of months now yelling at a camera about Mitch Johnson not playing him. I think I did my job. If I want to take my hands off the wheel, if he's gone, I'm gonna take my hands off the wheel. But I did my job. I tried, man. I went to a Spurs game and then he played. I went to the Memphis Grizzlies game and then he got in the game. I tried, y'all. I did my part. Anyways. But that's what's going on. That's the news. We'll see what happens. It's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. Try hard to keep him on team. I'm trying. I'm trying. As Akon said, I try so hard. Miss Johnson bringing me misery. And I try so hard. Sometimes I wish he would hit the streets. Lock Brown right in his house and take away his phone. Man, I'm sad. It's gonna be all right. We need, before we grieve, we need to see what happens. So we'll see what happens in the next day or a couple days. Sam a DM. I know it's Mitch, not you. To Sohan. All right, hold on. We'll send him a DM. I'm gonna send him a DM right now. Let's go to messages. I'm gonna do it on Instagram. I have to find him. Somebody just sent me a. All right, see Jeremy. Where you at, Jeremy? There's Jeremy. All right, let's send him a message. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. I know it's Mitch, not you. There we go. Let's see what happens. Nothing's gonna happen. He's not gonna open that. Anywho, everything's gonna be okay, guys. Just we're gonna stay locked in. We'll see what happens. We'll stay locked in and you know, see where we're at. But I hope he stays. I really do. Give us Buzelis for Sohan if he has to go. That's kind of sick because we could have had Buzelis. But I can't get that mad at it because I'm pretty sure that pick turned into De'Aaron Fox. Castle is trash. You're trash. Moving on. Duh. Dear Jeremy Sohan video song, please. Duh. Yeah, that's going to happen if he's gone. I don't know what beat I would use for it. That will be written tomorrow, bro. So is Sohan just not going to play for the next few days until the trade gets finalized? Them putting him on there as questionable is just weird to me. Clan, you know Mitch kind of screws Sohan's value, right? That's what I've been saying this entire time. I've said whether you like Sohan or you hate him, he needs to be playing. We're not gonna rack up losses with Jeremy. That's a narrative that's just not true. I don't even know where people get that from. Let's boycott. Clan, we can't let our boy go. Let's boycott. It's not boycott. Look, man, Jeremy has not been on the team the entire season because I haven't seen him play. Jeremy's been gone all season. Maybe because he's 10th percentile EPM. He hasn't played, dude. You can't do that. He, with the same amount of time that he's played last season, up to this point, I don't know how to phrase this. How do I phrase this? He has half his amount of minutes as he did last season up to this point to now. There we go. Half amount of minutes. I think it's less than half amount of minutes. Like, he hasn't played, bro. When you start bringing up advanced analytics on a player that hasn't played, that's crazy to me. That's why, I mean, let's just bring up some Carter Bryant advanced analytics. Is anybody convinced that Carter Bryant can't be used? Like, Mitch, not the Sohan fan. That doesn't flow. He hasn't played because he stinks. You're not going to ruin my zen. Jose Alvarado for Jordan McLaughlin. That would be crazy. Trey Murphy might not play either. Mitch is going to give his minutes to Harrison Barnes. Bro, if you were to get Trey Murphy, if the Spurs got Trey Murphy and they play Harrison Barnes over him, if he's not an instant starter, bro, our starting lineup already is stupid. Our starting lineup's already pretty dumb. You want me to show you guys something? Let me show y'all something. Hold on. I think I saved it. Y'all want to see something messed up? Our starting lineup is so dumb. Let me show y'all something. Okay. I got it up. Now, before I show you this, before you take a look at this, I want to start off by saying this does not mean that Steph Castle is a bad player. This does not mean Steph Castle is trash. This does not mean I want Steph Castle gone. It does not mean any of that. I think that he is a very good player. I think he's a great defender. I think that he has a lot to his game that he can grow on and he can be really good. But what I'm going to show you, I think that it shows that, good God Almighty, can we stop using him as a point guard? Please. Please, for the love of God. So big shout out to Ty Yeager for posting this. This is from Cleaning the Glass. I guess it's from a Paul Garcia tweet as well. I'm not sure. But if you take a look here, actually, can we get a bigger? I'll put it on a. Let's do it like this. Well, I don't know. Can you guys see that? Well, that doesn't make it better. I don't think that makes it better. Anyways. So if we take a look at here, so these are the percentiles, okay? So when the lineups include Fox with Castle, Fox and Castle on the court, percentile 47. absolutely horrible. However, the percentile defensively, 78 percentile. So if you guys don't know, percentiles are better when they're, you've been to school, okay? The higher the number, the better, okay? Anyways, yeah, but the percentile is 78%, so that's pretty good with those two on the court. Pretty good percentile. Now, this is what's kind of telling, though. When Fox is out there solo without Castle, he's in the 90s. We're in the 96th percentile. Literally, quite literally, one of the best offenses in the NBA, period. And then the percentile defensively does not drop that far. But you're in an overall percentile of 92, which is crazy. Now, when Castle's out there solo, yeah, you guys can still see that. When Castle's out there solo, 45th percentile, that is a huge issue that if he's out there solo or he's out there with Fox, there should be no reason for Castle out there with Fox and percentile still be the same as Castle being solo. What this tells me, because we already know how we've been running Castle, because, you know, stats don't just give you the full story, but how you've been running Castle is you've had him run the offense primarily. So you have him running the offense when Fox is on the court and when Fox is off the court. And when it's Fox running the offense just by himself on the court, because that would happen, is either him and Dylan or him solo. But when he's solo, 96 percentile. One of the best. Now, this is also very telling. Do you see Harper solo? When Harper is running the offense solo, he's on the court solo, minus Fox and Castle, 98th percentile. We're even better. Now, defense drops off a cliff. Where overall net rating is better than when Castle is solo. So his offense, the offense that's brought to the team is so good that overall, even with the poor defense, is still great. And this would change if Harper was out there in the starting lineup. This would change. The percentile wouldn't be like that. And I've been saying this the entire time, man. So, and check this out. When Harper is out there with Castle, 13th percentile. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm sorry I got to do that. I can't like move it up and down for some reason. Maybe if I do it like this. That's a little ugly. But take my word for it. So when Harper is out there with Castle, 13th percentile. Defense, though, 99th percentile. So like best in the NBA when Harper and Castle on the court. But why would the offense drop off that heavily? Like, does no one else think that that's ridiculous? And then Harper and Fox aren't the best. And then Fox, Harper, Castle is by far one of the worst. And our percentile is the worst in the NBA when those three are on the court together. So this is what it tells me. And I've been saying it before the season even started, that I truly do believe that Harper should be in the starting lineup running the offense. Because that's the thing, too. With the percentile being this poor with Harper and Fox, they don't play together much. So you can see the possessions are only 398 possessions. Like, it's not that many, right? But an extra 100 onto this is yeah. I think that's decent enough. And then other 200 on this one, then you get a pretty good picture. But in my opinion, I think Harper should be in the starting lineup. I've always said this. I think if you want to run through Castle, let you do it off the bench, because his defense is so great that if you have him as a sixth man coming in and he's doing his thing, I mean, that's really impressive. But now with the stuff with maybe Sohan not being here, I mean, we haven't even really used him anyways. I mean, I guess we still have Carter. I was thinking about defense. No. But even if you do go away from, okay, we're not going to run through Castle, or we're going to keep Castle in the starting lineup, just don't run through him. Run through Fox, because this is ridiculous. Like, this, it shouldn't be this bad. It shouldn't be Harper solo 98th percentile, Fox solo 96th percentile, Castle solo 45th percentile. This tells you right here, because it'll be one thing if Castle was like, he wasn't the primary point guard most of the time. Like, that would be a whole different story if he was just used as kind of a role player, off-ball player, doing his thing, doing his job. That's not that big of a deal. But when we know that he is initiating the offense, this is what happens. So even though you guys go into these games and you see him like get 10 assists or whatever in a game, it's like, oh my God, he had 10 assists. Oh, he had nearly a double-double. In actuality, a lot of his passes are very simple first reads. He doesn't have the same amount of bursts as Harper or Fox do, or the creativity as Fox or Harper do to keep the defense moving, right? He just doesn't have it, and that's okay. But yeah. Okay, Clan, those numbers are kind of crazy. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah. It is crazy. It's ridiculous. And the fact that our coaching staff and our coach, Miss Johnson, doesn't see it is kind of crazy to me. We just keep trying to play through Castle, and it doesn't work. Whether it's Castle with Fox, 47th percentile. Castle by himself, 45th percentile. Like, we're a mid-team. But then as soon as Fox just has... He's just able to take over 96th? What is that? Harper, he just takes over by himself, 98th? And as a point guard, this really matters. This offensive rating and your team's overall percentile on offense is really important, man. That's super important. I love Castle, but he's not a ball handler. No, and that's okay. Just stop using him like that. But I don't know. Hopefully this kind of painted the picture that I've been seeing this entire time. Like, it's gotten laughably black. Oh my gosh, I can't say that. Laughably. Oh, that's kind of hard. I don't know why that's hard for me to say. It's been bad. Castle is the most overrated guard in the NBA. Our coaching staff, he's only overrated in the sense that our coaching staff overrates what he can do. That's it. I don't think if they put him in the proper role, like, he is not overrated. Like, he is net positive easily. But us being one of the best defenses when he's out there solo, like, that's great. But have him as a six man or change his role. So there you have it. Take that as you will, but it's kind of obvious, isn't it? I think it's pretty obvious. Somebody said Mitch pisses me off. He irritates me too. He irritates me too. Yeah, defensively, it's not that bad of a drop off when Fox solos versus Fox with Castle. Like, that's telling. Yeah, that's pretty telling. It's not even that bad of a drop off. But for some reason, and this is our starting lineup. Our starting lineup is this bad in percentile. Like, what are we doing, bro? And when Fox is solo, right? You're playing through him. It's so stupid. Because who else is taking the ball down the court? It's Fox and Wemby's game. I would be cool if the San Antonio Spurs just said, screw it, bro. Don't start Dillon or Castle and just do De'Aaron Fox, Devin Vassell, Julian Champagnie, Barnes, and Wemby, if that's what you got to do. I don't want Barnes in the starting lineup, but the way Mitch overrating Castle and underrating Sohan is extremely frustrating. It's crazy. And early on this season, we kind of talked about it. Like, I was concerned even when we were winning with Castle. I was like, I don't like how we're using him. I was like, I cannot stand it. At least early on, I was like, well, Fox is coming off an injury. But, like, why did, once Fox came back, we kept playing through Castle? Like, that was crazy. That was so stupid to me. Like, I will take... If it means some growing pains, I will take 3-4 more losses on the schedule. If that's some growing pains to get Fox as a primary ball handler. I will take it. I don't think that'll happen, but I'll take it. Because right now, there's two Spurs teams we can have right now. We can either have a Spurs team that's kicked out of the first round of the playoffs, and I think that that's kind of the trajectory we're going in with how we've been doing things. Or you have a San Antonio Spurs team that makes it all the way to the Western Conference Finals, and then it's anybody's game. I really think that's what it comes down to. Let the players develop. Vassell and Johnson sucked, but look at them this season. Yeah, I feel like Vassell hasn't changed that much, but Vassell is when he doesn't have to be the second option, he looks much better. But Sohan, but Johnson definitely improved. I agree with you. Yeah, everyone loves to talk about like our player development, but then when you actually have a player that needs to get some reps, now whoa, it's too much. Harrison Barnes, my new Brent Forbes. He's not that bad. Can't handle physicality now. Imagine the first round. Exactly. But if you were to trade Sohan and you were to get... Wait. Oh, I'm already off it. Never mind. If you were to get Trey Murphy, that would be crazy. We'll be okay. That'd be crazy, bro. Trey too physical, Mitch. Ah, that's true. Jeremiah Fears and Lou Dort got into it. Who won? Who won that game? Oh, it looks like... Oh, okay. Thunder won? Wait, who won? Thunder? Okay. Oh, I'm just looking at the fight. Oh, my goodness. Yikes. I'm with it. How are the Clippers doing? I feel like the Clippers been winning more lately. They won again, 22 and 24. They might make the playoffs. They're close, aren't they? Oh, they're definitely going to be in the play-in. They might make the playoffs. They won't get in straight up, but looks like a battle at the end. They might make it. Oh my God, look how close we are with the Nuggets, y'all. We got to win tomorrow. Oh, why are we so close to the Nuggets? Wait, do we have the tiebreaker with the Nuggets? Or is it 1-1? I don't remember. God, they're raw. Oh my God, dude. Their schedule is so easy. Oh my God, their schedule is so easy. Let's see if ours get any easier. Got the Charlotte Hornets. Gosh, we play Wednesday and then we play Saturday? That's a big gap. Saturday, then Sunday. Oh, that's going to be weird. Going live is going to be so weird. And then we play Thunder on Wednesday. Oh, we got some weird back-to-backs. Okay. We got a lot of back. What's up with all these back? You guys see these back-to-backs? You got back-to-back Saturday and Sunday. Then you got a back-to-back Wednesday and Thursday. Then you got back-to-back Tuesday and Wednesday. And then you got a back-to-back 25th, 26th. And then you got a back-to-back the 5th, the 6th. Then you got a back. Oh my God, we got so many back-to-backs. What game am I going to be at? I'll be there at the end of March. Yes, sir. The Spurs have a ridiculously tough schedule. Guys, I'm going to be so close to the court this time around. It's going to be so great. It's going to be so great. There's like courtside, and then I'm like 3 rows back. I'm behind the goal though, but I'm 3 rows back. I'm so excited. They did us dirty with these back-to-backs. Yeah, dude. And these aren't easy back-to-backs either. You got the Lakers and the Warriors. What's the other back-to-back? You got the Thunder, then the Mavs. That's just a lot of energy. But with the Thunder and the Mavs, it's very close because it's just Dallas, San Antonio. So that's a quick ride. So that's not that big a deal. And then Lakers and Warriors. That's not that bad, is it? The Lakers and the Warriors. That's a pretty quick flight, right? How far are they? I don't know California that well. I think it's just a quick flight. Yo, Clan, you better come back for that game with picks. I should have showed the pics of the other game I went to. 1 hour flight, like an hour flight. Okay. Yeah, they'll be okay. Not all flights are created equal. All right, you guys want to see me? Someone made a video on me. You want to watch it? My Discord showed me. Yes. Yeah, I haven't watched it. I don't know if I'll, whatever this reaction is, I don't know if I'll post it. However this goes, I don't know if I'll post it because depending on what happens with Jeremy, it might be outdated. We'll see though. Let me go to see if I can find it. Here it is. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be great. I'm sure he's gonna bring up 3-point shooting, so give me a second. That's my assumption. Cause I remember him in the chat. It's gonna be funny. Don't get too mad. I ain't gonna get mad. Hold on. Is it this one? Regular season stats. All right. Okay.
First content creator.
Oh my God, that's loud. All right, let me adjust the.
Welcome back to another.
Okay. Hold on. Make sure it's turned down.
Another edition.
It is loud. Hold on, let's turn it down a little bit.
Of the opinion.
God, it's loud. Okay, maybe it's my. Yeah, let me go to my filter. The gains are too high. Let's just bring it down like 5.
And let's talk.
All right, here we go.
Spurs, but let's in particular.
All right. What? Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. Okay. So let me preface this by saying this. I have no idea if we'll clip this and upload it. I have no clue. I don't know. It just kind of, that's the thing when it's in the regular season, you never know what's going to happen. So let me go ahead and preface all this by saying this. I think I said that correctly. So this is very funny. So my Discord actually sent me a message, and it was a video link to somebody reacting to one of my takes. As you guys know, I was continuously, see, it's kind of weird making this video because I don't know if Sohan is gone at this point, because he might be gone at this point. Doesn't matter. But with that being said, you know, I've been saying like all season long that we need to find a way to play him, right? Now, this person, they were in the chat and they end up saying something in the lines of like, yeah, that's all you say, that's all you ever say, or something like that. Had a really mini crash out, and then I banned him. I was like, yeah, you're gone, get out of here. He was so upset with me banning him that he made a video that night. Literally that night. So this video here is called, let's see, Clan the Spurs fan, aka Clan the Sohan fan, doesn't know basketball. Oh wait, you guys didn't see me highlight it. I was highlighting. Doesn't know basketball. All right, so let's take a look at, you know, all his glorious takes on how I don't know basketball. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's what happened. It was this is the same person, because I recognized the name. I banned him. I was like, okay, you're banned, get out of here. And then a video was made. So I don't know. Let's see. God, that's loud.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of The Opinion. And let's talk Spurs, but let's in particular talk about one in particular Spurs content creator who don't know a damn thing about basketball. And I can tell you that this guy probably showed up as a Spurs fan when Kawhi showed up. He ain't been around as long as I have. I can tell you that much. He ain't been a Spurs fan since the late 90s.
Oh man, I love it. I love it when people do that. When they start bringing up like, I've been a fan since, that means nothing. And also, that's just a lie. That's just a lie. I don't have to justify it, but as you guys know, I've had an Instagram page. It was called Spurs Dynasty, and it got really big back in the day. But that was like in middle school. I made that in middle school, and I was crazy about the Spurs. I was a huge Manu Ginobili fan growing up, and that made me a Spurs fan. I'll admit, I didn't watch the Spurs in the 90s because I was a baby. So I guess I guess I'm not a real fan. But yeah, becoming a fan during the Kawhi era is crazy. That's not true. That's just a lie, but that's funny.
You know, with Duncan, Robinson, Ginobili, and Parker, the inception of that as well. But anyway, let's get into this guy who thinks that he knows.
Just starting off with a lie. That's crazy.
Basketball. And if you are a Spurs fan and you're following this guy, then and if you don't have the knowledge,
he's talking to y'all.
You probably don't know basketball as well. So, but anyway, let's get into this guy, Clan the Spurs.
He's talking to y'all. Y'all took straight bullets for no reason. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Those bullets were made for me. I promise it was made for me. I'm so sorry. Do not listen to him. You guys know ball, okay? I'm the one who don't know basketball. You guys know ball.
Because, you know, this was a Spurs content creator that I was, would kind of check out.
What did he say F me for? Yeah.
Kind of want to see what his take is on the games.
Yeah.
You know, especially in particular when the Spurs lose, to kind of hear what he thinks, you know, the Spurs adjustments should be from game to game and, you know, from month to month and things like that. Mm-hmm. And the only adjustment that this guy ever thinks that they should do is just play Sohan more. Oh, well, the game would have been different if Sohan would have played. And then if Sohan does play, it's like, well, Sohan just didn't play enough. I mean, really? That is the best that you got.
That's all I got. That's all I got, buddy. That's all I got. Hey, as I told you guys, my main issue is I have to look at things for what I have to look at the elephant in the room here, and that was the elephant in the room. It's like we're the X and O's are fine. I think that players are in decent enough roles. Well, Castle isn't, but a lot of these losses have come down to Spurs not being physical enough. So yeah, that has been a continuous issue. Like I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, hold on, I'm gonna keep listening. I want to hear his. I want to hear what he thinks. Hold on.
Sohan just needs to play more. First of all, if you know anything about basketball, first of all, everybody on the Spurs team who was on this team previously has gotten better, with the exception of Jeremy Sohan. The dude...
Everybody's gotten better? Sohan hasn't played. Everyone's gotten better? I mean, I will admit that Keldon Johnson got much better, but I think that they really defined his role super well, and he's embraced it. I would say Devin Vassell is not a different player than he was previously. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but I would say Devin Vassell is the exact same player. The only difference is you have more talent, so he can be like the third or fourth option. But he's not, I don't think he's improved his game significantly so. And also, even if that's true, those are players that's been in the league longer. So, yeah, I would say Wemby improved like crazy. I will say that. Wemby did improve like crazy. But that dude was training with monks.
Has butterfingers in crunch time. I've seen it. He misses wide open shots in crunch time when the game is close when you need it.
This season? There's one game. He hasn't played. Like, there's one game, Memphis Grizzlies, but they had him in the game because he changed things. He actually shifted. He shifted the dynamic of that game. Yeah, I don't know. That's not... He misses clutch shots when you need it. I don't know what are we talking about? When is he in clutch situations this season? What?
The dude turns the ball over. He's a turnover machine. And you're sitting up here wondering.
Whoa. He's a turnover machine. Hold on. We got like 3 lies already. That is not true. He's a turnover machine. That is the complete opposite. You're just lying. So first you lie about how long I've been a fan, and then you just lie about clutch shots, and now you're lying about this. Like, what are you talking about? Hold on. Let's bring up the stats. All right, so last season...
in NBA history.
Oh, no.
As they fall to
Shut
23-12.
Why is that so loud? Shut up. Anyways, so let's see. So, yeah, when Sohan averaged the most minutes in his career, nearly 30 minutes a game, he didn't even hit 2 turnovers a game. So, the entirety that he's been with San Antonio, he's had under 2 turnovers a game. So, whether that be the point guard experiment, no matter what position you put him in, he does not turn the ball over. Now, if you wanted to tell me that Steph Castle has been turnover prone, yeah, I think I'll agree with that. Sohan? You're just lying. Yeah, that's just a lie. That's not true. Or you're just making things up. But he knows basketball. I don't know basketball.
He does not play more often. Granted, he can play defense. We get that. But this isn't football, boy. Clan the Spurs fan, I have a news for you. This is not football where you just play one side of the ball. If basketball were like football and you just play one side of the ball and you're only responsible for defense, you got me. But
Is Harrison Barnes like what are you advocating for? Is Harrison Barnes like he deserved like all of those minutes? Like I'm not getting some great defense from his end of the spectrum. I don't know. Seems like you're valuing offense a little more than defense. I'm gonna let it play. I'm stopping too often. I'll let him teach me basketball. I'm sorry.
But guess what? Basketball, you got to play both sides of the ball. You got to play offense and defense.
Oh,
I don't know if you know that.
No, I didn't know
and
that.
Sohan has not gotten better. He's gotten worse. Or if any, I don't want to say he's gotten worse, but he hadn't gotten better. Everyone
How do you know
else
that?
has improved their game. Castle's improved his game. Fox is
well,
Fox.
Castle is, I think Castle is finishing at a better clip for sure. Castle hasn't been the best, at least recently. Leave it alone. Keep it going. Sorry.
Keldon Johnson's improved his game. Devin Vassell improved his game. Wembanyama has improved his game.
He did improve.
Jeremy Sohan is the only guy who has not improved his game.
He hasn't
And
played.
yes, is Harrison Barnes struggling right now with the Spurs? Absolutely. Should Carter Bryant be getting a little bit more playing time? I mean, yeah, Carter Bryant's the future at that position. Absolutely. You got me there. But to always just suggest that Sohan should be playing more, there's a reason why he is not playing. And guess what? He ain't that good.
Okay, that's a is-ought fallacy. Like, you're basically saying this is how things are, therefore that's how it ought to be. You're just saying stuff. Like saying, first off, he doesn't hit shots in clutch moments. He hasn't been in the game in clutch moments. And then you say he's turnover prone. He's not turnover prone. He actually does not turn the ball over much at all throughout his career. And now you're saying he hasn't improved. How can you make that rational assessment if the player has not played at all? You're basically saying it's circular. You're saying he's not playing because he's not good. Well, are you saying that Popovich was he just completely misjudged? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. I mean, I don't do that. Like, if I took that same approach and I said this player isn't playing, therefore they're bad, I would have been saying Derek White was bad. Like, I was one of the main people advocating when he was getting garbage time minutes. I was like, I think he's better than DeJounte. Like, I like him. Even in those small snippets that I saw him, I thought that he was better. And I disagreed with the Spurs' decision there. But if I just said simply he hasn't improved because he hasn't played, right? So I couldn't assess it. He hasn't played, therefore he hasn't improved. He's not playing, therefore he's not good enough. Like that's not yeah, that's ridiculous.
When he played more, the Spurs lost more. Now he's
that's
out
a lie
the
too.
Lineup and they're
That's a lie too. That's actually a lie too. People were actually pushing that last season, and we end up looking at the numbers, and it was a lie. That actually wasn't true. And also, even those games in which it was like losses, or no, I think it was we were looking at last season, and the wins were against teams that were like garbage teams, like absolutely bottom of the barrel garbage teams. And then the ones in which he played and we lost, once again, he was out of position. But then I think we were also missing some players as well. So like it was, last season was all over the place. That's just a lie. That's not true either.
winning. They're having their best season since the last time Kawhi was here. Put 2 and 2 together, dude. The dude ain't that good. And
see, he's making too big of a leaps. But no, I'm sorry. He's from the 90s, okay? He understands basketball. That's just me.
I don't know what you're gonna do when Sohan, because he's not getting re-signed. You do realize, Clan, that Jeremy Sohan is not going to get re-signed on this team. So are you going to become a fan of another team? You may need to change your name. Clan the Sohan fan. That would fit more than Clan the Spurs fan. Because anyone who listens to you, if somebody just fell on earth and just started picking up your channel, they think Sohan was the greatest player since sliced bread. And he's not. And that shows that you don't know basketball. Second of all.
Oh my God. Guys, as I said before, Manu Ginobili is my favorite player of all time. Derek White is my second favorite San Antonio Spur of all time. I talked about him verbatim all the time. I was fighting with people in chat. Big shout out to Ruru. I don't know where she's at. I haven't seen her in the chat for a while. She reacts to my stuff on IG, but I remember arguing with her about like who should play, whether DeJounte or Derek. Like Derek White left, we're still here. I do not care. If a player is gone, that player is gone. Wemby could leave. I'm not going to become just a Wemby fan. I'm a Spurs fan. So, yeah, Ruru. Yeah, I miss Ruru. I wish she was. I need to send her a message and be like, come back to the chat. We need you. And she's a mod. She has obligations here.
Let's get to Wemby. You said, well, these teams are doubling, tripling Wemby. Well, okay, yeah. If he starts off with the ball in his hands at the top of the key, then yes, they're going to double team him whichever way he drives. Have you ever heard of something of not having the ball in your hand?
He doesn't know basketball. So let me explain to you guys, just really quick, let me explain to you guys why Wemby starts where he starts, okay? oftentimes he starts at the high post or the elbows. The reason in which Wemby starts at the high post or the elbows is because he can see the entire court. It makes it very difficult for teams to double him, and he's one step away from the basket. And that's why they utilize Keldon Johnson, put Keldon Johnson maybe in the box, or put him in the corner because you can get an easy layup in or you can get a corner shot. Wemby is so versatile as a player that he can do so many different things on the court. Now, let me go ahead and say this. So I find it very funny that you're actually bringing up when I was a fan, which is a lie, saying I was a fan when the Kawhi days or whatnot. So saying I was a fan during the Kawhi days, you're basically insinuating that all I care about is like outside shots or whatever. Funny enough, I actually became a fan in that really sweet spot between when they were like several years before they were transitioning into what we see now. But with that being said, you bringing up that you watched basketball in the 90s and you can't understand why the Spurs aren't giving Wemby the ball in the low post, I think that that's a you problem. You're accusing me of something that you're doing. You are stuck in a time loop. You are stuck in a certain era, my guy. Not me. I'm not. I'm versatile enough where I can adjust based on the era. I'm not stuck in the 90s where I'm like, why isn't Wemby playing like Shaq? They're guarding him like he's Shaq, but no. Why isn't Wemby doing what Tim Duncan used to do? Well, we're kind of past that. We're past that, my man.
And going to the block, down on the basket, whenever I made the comment that Wemby needs to take less threes, you've heard of that, right? I mean, do you know basketball? Because I played it. I don't know if you did. You're probably just somebody, maybe you might have played video games, but I doubt you played basketball. Because if you know basketball, all that what you're talking about, they're doubling and tripling Wemby. If Wemby just passes the ball and then goes and gets his butt on the block and post up.
Good God, man. Good God. You got to get out of the 90s, bro. You got to get out of the 90s, bro. You got to get out of the 90s. Please, for the love of God. Also, that's just a lie, too. You just keep lying. You say Wemby, like you're basically saying Wemby took too many threes. You're just lying. Why do you keep lying? Hold on. Let me see. How do I get to... Oh, I got Wemby right here. Let's go to game. No, let's go to stats. If you go to stats here, Wemby's taking, let's see, threes. Yeah, 3-point attempts. Wemby's taking significantly less. Actually, Wemby's taking the least amount of threes throughout his entire career, and he has the most efficiency he's ever had. So what are we even going on about? Like, he's taking the least amount of threes he's ever had, and he has a 37.7% from three. Also, hold on. Also, I wonder if we took a look at hold on. Let me see. Let me do San Antonio or Spurs 3-point stats or something. Here we go. Regular season stats. I guarantee you he's probably top on our team in 3-point shooting. Like, let's just say, we'll say 3-point percentage. Yeah. Oh, wait. I got to actually hit this. The only player that's shooting better than Wemby from three is Keldon. He's the only one shooting better from three. It's Keldon Johnson. We can do months later. Well, actually, we can do months. Let's do January. Wow, Wemby's shooting 39% this past month, and you're saying he needs to take less threes. Why? Why? And he's averaging 6.7 3-point attempts. I mean, Julian Champagnie is averaging 8. I don't know why Steph Castle is averaging nearly 4. I don't know what Steph Castle's doing. He probably need to be one that takes less. I mean, De'Aaron Fox is right there with him. He's only taking one less. Harrison Barnes is taking 4.5. Yeah, I don't know. Devin Vassell, yeah, he just played, so he doesn't count. But anywho, all right, continuing. Sorry.
Up.
Sorry, I don't know basketball though. I don't know basketball. He knows basketball. I need to listen to him. I need to stop looking at stats and analytics and, you know, things that matter. I need to pay attention to what the opinion is saying.
Then you can't double team him when he doesn't have the ball. And then when the ball moves in range, just post up and catch it on the block and then make your move. And if they double team, you pass out of it and someone else is going to have a wide open shot.
It's just that simple. And you can't think of one reason. You just want him in the box so bad. You can't think of one reason why you will put him at the elbow or where he wants it. There's so many different things he can do. One step in, you can pass it out for an easy cut. You can pass it out for three. You can step back for three. He can take his lovely fadeaway mid-range shot that he loves. He's more than just he's more than just Alonzo Mourning.
I'd rather the others take, 10 combined threes than Wemby taking 10 combined threes himself. So, once again, that's basketball knowledge. Inside.
Play on 101. Oh my God, bro. I would cook him. Oh my God, I would cook him.
Playing inside out. But you wouldn't know anything about that because, like I said, you probably became a Spurs fan when Kawhi showed up or something, which was still here fairly recently. So you really don't know what it means to be a Spurs fan. But why would you? And then you really don't know
the funniest thing about this is this all came because I banned him. He is so hurt. He pulled out his phone and did this. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
Basketball, because the only era of basketball that you watched is this era where they play outside in. So
oh
to you
God.
to make the excuse about, well, they're doubling and triple teaming Wemby, well, he doesn't have to get doubled and triple teamed if he just takes his behind right down there to that block and get in the paint and post up. And then when he catches it, if the double team comes, and pass out of it, and someone's going to be open. That is how you play basketball. So, yes, Wemby.
Was that Clan you can hoop? Against him? He would get cooked. He would get cooked. But his knowledge, he has a lot of basketball knowledge up here. Lots of basketball knowledge.
If the Spurs want to win, my solution is Wemby needs to take less threes. Because if he takes less threes and they're getting better shots, guess what the other team is doing? They're pulling the ball out of the net and stepping out of bounds and inbounding the ball rather than rebounding a ball that's bricked and then onto the fast break. But like I said, Clan, you wouldn't know.
The issue, my guy, is that Wemby is shooting a very high percentage. That's the issue. I understand that if you take more threes and you're inefficient, those are basically turnovers because of fast breaks. They're very far away rebounds. Like I get that. It's not that complex, man. It's not that serious. Everyone knows that. Me and my chat understand that. It's not that deep. It is not that deep, but he's shooting the best on the team. Like what? What's the problem? What are we talking about? He's been extraordinarily efficient this month and the entire season. And he's taking way less threes. You're stuck in the 90s. What do you want? You're stuck in the 90s, bro. Get over it. Players take threes sometimes now. It's okay. It's all right. Oh my God. That is so silly. Like he's basically saying give it to other players. Give it to 3-point specialists and allow them to shoot the threes. They're shooting worse. Julian Champagne's taking about two more threes than Wemby, and he's still shooting worse than Wemby. Like they're all shooting worse than him. Like what are we talking about? They're getting good shots. Wemby's passing it out. Wemby's not just hogging the ball and just jacking up 3-point shots. But Jesus, bro, if it's an open shot, take it. But the idea that this entire season, like, oh, everything would be so much better, Wemby just didn't take threes. Like, I don't know what you're basing that off of other than your, like, I mean, I don't mean to be mean, but, like, that's just like that's an old head mentality, man. You're stuck in an era of basketball that's just not what it is now. I mean, I understand. I miss those days too, man, but we got to move on. We got to move on. We got to move past this, guy. All right? Let's move past it. I don't know basketball though.
That because the only solution that you've ever got is why didn't Mitch Johnson just play Sohan more? And granted, I'm not making him Mitch Johnson, there's plenty to criticize Mitch
Tell us
Johnson
about it. Tell us about it.
About, but
Tell us
playing
about it, Coach.
Sohan more is not one of them.
Give me more.
And that shows that you probably just don't know the game.
Oh my god.
For the Spurs fans out there, if you're wanting to listen to people that have a little bit more basketball knowledge,
listen to me.
Spurs talk.
Listen to me.
TSR Sports. There's an unknown guy. His name is Lyrically Artistic. He's pretty.
Wait, lyrically artistic. That's isn't that the guy who he used to be in the chat sometimes. He used to be in the chat. We were gonna do a song together at one point, and we didn't do it. I think he's cool. I don't remember. I don't want to just like call people out. TSR mostly does watch parties. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna give anybody else like strays or anything. I won't judge them.
Pretty good when it comes to sports as well. Look him up, Lyrically Artistic. But if you guys are gonna listen to Clan the Spurs fan, guy doesn't know.
Actually, I am gonna shout out Lyrically Artistic. I'm gonna look him up. Right after this.
Talking about. So, you know, anytime your solution every time is just play Sohan more, you really don't have a breakdown.
He's still
You really
doing
don't.
it.
So you call yourself kicking me off your channel and I can't comment.
There
That's
it
fine.
is.
I wasn't really.
I told you. I knew it. He couldn't hold it. He couldn't hold it in. You only had. This is an 8-minute video, bro. You only had 30 seconds left. You did not have to bring it up. Look at his face. He's so upset.
Call yourself kicking me off your channel and I can't comment. That's fine.
He's so upset.
I would just check in from time to time to see what you had to say. But your analysis isn't different, so I'm not missing anything. So go ahead. Keep saying Sohan needs to play more. Sohan needs to play more.
By the way, when you ban people on YouTube, they can still check in. So I'm sure he's on here. But yeah, that's so funny. This is embarrassing. Does he realize this? This is just sad, bro. This is just sad.
Or what are you gonna say when Sohan's not on the team? Well, 5 years ago, if the Spurs only hadn't let Sohan walk.
No, I'm not gonna. This is embarrassing. No, I'm not gonna do that. No, nor did I do that with Derek White. So no, I'm not. I wouldn't do that. So no.
We need to trade for Sohan. I mean,
see, unlike you, my guy, I stay in the here and now, and I think of the future. Here and now, future. I don't go back to the 90s. I don't go back to the 80s and the 70s and stuff like that. I stay right here, see what's going on right now, what's bothering me, and how we could look once playoff time hit. That's all. Man, chuckling at his own jokes. Yeah.
I already know, man. You don't know.
Okay. You don't know basketball. Got it. Gotcha. Hold on. I do want to take a look. At the I want to take a look at his. Does he have comments on here? 46 comments? Yeah, let's see. All right, so a few people I'm sure they're gonna hate on me. Let's see. I don't always agree with Clan because he hypes Sohan so much, but he's okay. I like Spurs Bros podcast and Lock on Spurs better. Oh, I mean, that's fine, I guess. L take, you just chasing clout. Clan, keep doing your thing. Oh no, he's gonna crash out. Nobody chasing clout. I don't do this YouTube thing on the regular. If I did, I would have way more subs. Clan ain't, oh my God. Clan ain't ish. Sohan should play more. Heard that one before. Oh my God. So you posted just for Clan to react or something. If you never post, why direct him here? Everything you said is opinionated, fits the name. No numbers, no film, no facts. So nobody knows basketball except you. Hater. Oh God, I want to see him crash out. When did I say that? All I know is I wouldn't just give the same talking point after every game. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Why is this so long? Why is this so long? Okay, this don't know what's going on. I won't read all that. You don't know ball. Sohan is a top 10 defender in the league. You look at the box score and judge the game. Clan watches the actual game and play and judges. Basketball is more than what's shown up in the box score. Jeremy has had a bad season because he hasn't been given a reasonable I think that's actually a really good way of putting it. A reasonable opportunity. Like, you can say, players have been given an opportunity. Reasonable opportunity? Yeah. No, it hasn't really been a reasonable one. To get into rhythm and into playing shape. It's a Mitch problem, and I thank God that people like you aren't in charge of the Spurs basketball decisions. It's crazy that people caught this because I didn't post this, that this video was on here. This is not 1990s no more. Wait, you're the one doing that. Nah, I'm skipping it. Let's see. Let's break down your critique of Sohan. Butterfingers in crunch time. I do not think this is true. While there are games that he missed shots in close games, he has some clutch moments as well. He even shot the game winner in the 2024 Suns game. Oh, yeah. There were times he also shot threes in the fourth quarter as well. I do not know where you got the basis for stating he is a liability in crunch time. You just bring it up. Turnover machine. I don't know where you got that Sohan turns the ball over a lot. As far as I know, he averaged around 1.6 turnovers last season, which is also his career average. Yeah, he doesn't turn the ball over. Like, that was just a lie, like I brought up. Everyone on the team improved except Sohan. This is a fallacy, as the accurate answer is we don't know. Dang, who is this? Are you ever in my chat? Who is this? You just said what I said. It is more of everyone else in the team gets opportunity to provide production due to the minutes this season, and he does not. Well, I will say that Wemby has gotten better. While I also do not like how obnoxious at times Clan is with the Sohan hype, I can be obnoxious, I agree. And his passive-aggressive hate towards Keldon the past seasons. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. Keldon is great. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I think... I'm not sorry for it, but I'll admit that I'm wrong. I was wrong. I genuinely believe that Sohan deserves the opportunity to prove himself out there. Heck, it might even be better if they let him play in the G League. Yeah. Let's just move on. He says if he got better, he will be playing. See, that's just silly. And 1.6 turnovers for a guy who don't handle the ball is a lot. He's in the game. He was in the game for like 30 minutes again. What? That was last season when he averaged 25 plus minutes. See, he didn't even know that. Oh wait, Amadou, this is you. Amadou's in the chat. He's been a fan before the quiet year. Oh, did he respond to that? That dude don't know ball, period. Almost knocked down my drink. What the heck, man? What the heck? You can't admit when you're wrong. At least I can do that. Yet you're using his name for views. Clan stays rent-free in y'all's heads just because he likes Sohan. I don't know who you are, Daniel, but you're cool. He finna come after you. Tell him to bring it on. I have real analysis who has the same talking... Wait, I have real analyses, I guess. He has the same talking point. You didn't provide a single analysis fact on this video, just yapping for minutes. Just another old head who thinks knows ball but don't know ish. But oh, he's gonna be upset. But I know what you're doing, just trying to ride the hype and show up a little bit. But you're just embarrassing yourself, fool. Oh goodness, man, you just someone with YouTube fingers who don't know ish. I know way more than you. Okay. See, these are the type of people you can't trust, bro. These are the type of people you can't trust. Because I am very quick to let you guys know that if I don't know something, right? Like, there's people, like, for instance, I'm trying to remember what's his name when he jumps in here. He's a friend of mine, but I'm trying to remember if he changed his name. But no, I don't think he changed his name. Impeccable. Like, when Impeccable gets on here, he's great. Like, Impeccable, I will full on acknowledge Impeccable knows way more about basketball than I do, especially basketball history. He is so smart. So I love to see his opinion on stuff as well. And most of the time we're kind of on the same wavelength with things. But yeah, I will admit, like, I'll admit if I don't know something, or if I was wrong about something. But anyways, he can't do that. I know way more than you. You don't know that. You don't know if you know more than that person. Clan gonna have a seizure when Sohan gets traded. No, I won't. Clan's the biggest Manu fan. Yeah, there you go. He is the biggest Sohan fan now. Okay. Dez? Did I ban this person? I might have banned that person. I like that someone is calling out Clan because of the disrespect he throws at Keldon, but I don't. Wait, he didn't even bring up the Keldon stuff. And I haven't been disrespecting Keldon. I've been cool. But I don't like that it's at the expense of Sohan. Wait, what? But I don't like that it's at the expense of Sohan. I think the only reason Jeremy is not getting minutes is because he wasn't willing to sacrifice his pay for the betterment of the team. And maybe because they didn't give him that extension. Keldon is one of the most. I don't have to read this because I've been saying I've went on a whole like Keldon is great tour all season, so I don't have to read that. And Wemby is going to shoot threes. It's part of his game. Oh, that's Amadou again. Yeah, but you don't have to shoot 10 threes. Huh? That's a lie. He's not shooting 10 threes. Well, we already looked at it. He's shooting half that. That's just a lie. Big haters. I don't agree with everything Clan says, but he don't be out of pocket like you to be talking ish about someone. Stay in your lane. Oof. Stay in yours then. Jesus. All right, let's take a look at lyrically artistic. He said lyrically artistic is so much. Is this? You can't even find lyrically artistic. I remember. Okay, this is the same. No, he's just. This dude's just talking. Lyrically artistic has just been posting like his music. And that's him. That's definitely him. He's just been posting his music. He's just lying. Go check out Lyrically Artistic. He doesn't even talk about the Spurs. He's just been posting his music. Well, maybe it's me. Hold on. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's the same guy. Okay, maybe he's not lying. All right, let's see. What was the last thing he posted? He posted 2 weeks ago. OKC about to run us off the court. Spurs need Klay Thompson. Okay, I won't watch it, but that's a bad take. Let's see. OKC.
Yo, what up, world? It's your boy LA coming to you with another real life shit segment.
He seemed like a nice dude when I've talked to him before, so there's no hate on my part.
Spurs talk, baby. We lost to Minnesota by a few points. Tough fought game. Could have won. Should have won. But we didn't. They netted up I don't think we're going to win this game against OKC. And why I think we ain't going to win is because Devin Vassell out. Nobody on our team guards Shea better than him.
I don't know if that's true. I think statistically, Castle did the best. It does help though, because we constantly had like Julian Champagny on him, and that wasn't great. And Keldon was on him at one point, and Devin Vassell is definitely a better option. Devin Vassell did do good. He did play good defense against Shea the other night, a couple games ago against them. So I don't know. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and go on a limb here and just say lyrically artistic. Me, TSR. What did you guys say? We'll shout out everybody. SSPN, TSR. I already said TSR. Everyone, and then everyone in my chat. all my subscribers, we all know basketball more than the opinion. That's my opinion. That was fun though. Yeah, shout out to everybody. DC Tree. Yeah, talking hoops and heroes, but he hasn't been on in a while. Silver and black coffee art. Sure. He just shout all of them out. Everybody but the opinion. Yeah. No, TSR is more of the watch parties. He do mostly watch parties. I used to do it a lot, but I won't do that until the playoffs, bro. I hate watch parties. I hate watch parties so much. And I also think I give better like thoughts after games when I don't do watch parties, because I get a chance to, after the game, call my boy Switch Hill, and we talk about stuff, and I get to bounce my thoughts off on somebody else, and then I'm ready for when we do post games. Most of the time, that's what's taking so long, y'all. Like, I'm on the phone with him. But yeah, I like Clan the best. Oh, what people do in Japan? I'm moving to Japan, so I think they do this. Don't they do this little thing? There we go. There you go. Or they do like this. There you go. Hearts. Unban him, Clan. He don't bug you that much. Sure. We'll unban him. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, let's unban him. That'd be funny. Yeah, I'm gonna unban him. Seriously? Yeah, I'm gonna unban him. I'm gonna unban him, and then if he comes back, I'm gonna ban him again. If he comes back and says something crazy, I'm gonna ban him again. I'll just keep banning him and unbanning him. You see how often he comes back. How do you do that? Hold on. That's weird. How do I do that? Oh, here we go. All right, hidden users. What's his name? The opinion. I can't find him. Oh, there he is. I found him. There we go. He's unbanned. He's unbanned. Now he can come back. Clan the merciful fan. I'm not being merciful. When he comes back, I'm gonna ban him again. If he makes me crash out, I'm gonna ban him again. Get ready for more videos after the new bans. Yeah. I'll give him 30-second timeout every 31 seconds. Yeah, his leash. I'm gonna be like Mitch Johnson when it comes to Carter Bryant. Okay, one mistake and you're banned for the rest of the game. So every time he says one comment that's a bad take, you're gone. Yeah, I'm gonna treat him like Mitch. I might upload this because we got a lot of. Let me think. We have one. Wait, because we play on Saturday, right? So let me think. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have. How many segments did we do? 1, 2. We have 3. Yeah. We'll be fine. Yeah, I can upload it before Saturday. I'm gonna upload it. Upload immediately so he can comment. Well, I wanna you know, we got to go live tomorrow night, and you don't want to like double upload. So it'll probably be uploaded maybe Thursday night. I'm thinking that would make the most sense if I upload it Thursday night. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna upload Thursday night. You don't know Ball Clan. You've only been a Spurs fan since Jeremy got drafted. Oh, you know a point I should have brought up? Oh, crap, dude. I should have brought it up. That, like, he's saying... That's the funny thing. Is like, oh, God, I didn't even bring it up. Because that's hypocrisy. Because you're telling me... Or not hypocrisy. It's contradicting. Like, you're telling me that I'm only a fan of three-point shooting. But then also my favorite player is Sohan. Like, how does that track? Like how does that track? You know what I mean? Like why would I be a huge Sohan fan, but all I care about is three-point shooting? Oh, I didn't even think about that. Good point. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about it, bro. Oh well. I missed that. See, that's the problem though. When you just jump in front of a camera, bro, and you just start spewing things, and you don't know what you're talking about, you just continuously contradict yourself. And that's what he did. Does he truly believe Jeremy's a good shooter? I mean, he said Jeremy's a bad shooter, but then he said, that's all I care about is shooting. So, like, what is it? But then he also said all I care about is defense. I don't know. Because he said, you know, Wemby shouldn't be taking threes. And I agree that Wemby's threes have been fine because he's been so efficient. Wemby's really just taking what the defense is giving him, though. That's really been his thing. Hopefully we win tomorrow. I hope so. Jeremy from Malachi Branham and Blake Wesley. That would be so bad. God, that would be so bad. Defense not important. Yeah, it's like you care about other facets of the game. I don't know. I guess, yeah, I don't know. Ajay Wilson. So ain't no Linux for Kaminga. Oh, Kaminga does want to go. I don't know if Kaminga helped or fix our problems though. If this was football, so lame. Yeah, like defense doesn't matter. Like that only matters in football, I guess. Well, I guess he's saying that. Well, I guess he was saying in football, you're not responsible for both ends of the court. Unless you're Deion Sanders or the field. If you're Deion Sanders, though, what about Deion? But also, that's not even necessarily true. I mean, you have players that are oftentimes on defense, and then they're also on special teams. Like, what about that? You know? They do a multitude of different things. Any interest in Connect? That would be cool, but I don't know if is he even on the block? What was the first thing we talked about? Oh. By the way, you guys digging my new thumbnail? Like the new background for the thumbnails? A little like futuristic with the 90s Spurs Fiesta. I didn't know if people would like it or not. I think it's better than the other one. Yurt. Yurt. Yeah, I kind of like it. I love it. I don't like it. I love it. Ooh, you had me nervous. My heart skipped for a second. My stomach dropped when you said you didn't like it. The thumbnail is so you. I don't know what that means. I feel like that's like a backhanded compliment. I don't know. It definitely fits the color scheme that we bring in every game. My cat is knocked out. I don't know if y'all can hear her snore. She's been snoring so hard. What's your ideal scenario? My ideal scenario is if you were to trade Jeremy Sohan and you get the same type of player that we would need him to be. So like that would be a Herb Jones, that would be a Trey Murphy, like something like that. Like if you could do something like that, that would be crazy. But yeah, he would have to fit. We would need a player to fit the mold of what we would have expected from Sohan. And that would be cool. Why aren't you asleep, twin? Man, we had breaking news today, and then I had to react to someone calling me out for not knowing basketball. He said I didn't know basketball, so I had to react to it. He said, "Glenn, you don't know basketball. You started watching when Kawhi got drafted." Or I don't even know if you meant that. You just meant the Kawhi era. That's when you like basketball. But yeah. But real talk, I don't like when people just like, I'm not offended by it. I found it funny, but like on a personal note, I don't like when people just like lie. Like you blatantly don't know what you're talking about. Like you're just lying. Like you're saying stuff that's just factually incorrect. Just cause like you don't know that. You don't know anything. Look at the title of his videos on his channel. All right, hold on. Give me a second. I'm trying to I had a video set to be uploaded tomorrow, but I'm gonna make it unlisted because we might not post it at all. All right, let's see. You said take a look. You may have to fight him. The Opinion Sports Show. I think that's it. Yeah, the Opinion Sports Show. All right. You said take a look. Let's take a look. All right. The Spurs are the worst organizations in the NBA. The Spurs are the worst organizations. Are the worst organizations in the NBA. The Spurs need to move on from the Popovich coaching staff. Spurs fell to the Magic. Things getting worse. He doesn't even talk about anything. These thumbnails are horrendous, though. I mean, I know my thumbnails aren't the best, but... Greg Popovich. I watched this? Or I must have clicked on this and saw this up 2 years ago, apparently. Greg Popovich needs to step down as Spurs lose 17th straight. Oh, so he was advocating for Popovich to be gone. And he thought that the Spurs were really bad because of Pop. It's definitely a opinion. He definitely got an opinion. It's not worth anything, but he got one. He's not even trying. It's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad. You can get AI to do better. Like I said, I mean, my thing is, I used to, if you guys remember, I used to have, like, every single video had, like, a unique thumbnail. And while it was fun doing it, we upload so often now, 2 times a day, till it's too much, bro. It's too much. When I was doing it once a day or once every other day, that was fine. But now it's like I need a template. Like, background's the same, and then just insert player or a text. Like, you know, this makes it better. Real ball knowledge. Yeah, real ball knowledge. He lost all credibility with the Pop take. It is odd. Like I said before, it's very obvious that, you know, that's kind of where his brain goes. It is odd, man. This is how things are, therefore this. And this is how it ought to be. Blaming Pop for those losses is crazy during a rebuild. Like, it's just a rebuild. Like, I would never have uploaded a video, even if it's clickbait, saying Pop gotta go or whatever. Like, it wasn't Pop. There was things that I didn't like that Pop was doing necessarily, but it never felt like a change the coach and now you win these games. The Spurs just weren't that good. Yeah, the Spurs just weren't that good. But he lost credibility. You lose credibility when you start off with a blatant lie or something you don't know anything about. Like, just saying, this guy probably became a fan. Like, you don't even know. It's documented. Like, it's documented when I was a fan. Like, if you go to... Hold on. It's well documented. I'm actually making thumbnails while I talk to you guys. I want to tell you about a movie I watched. But yeah, if you go to my Instagram, got nearly 8,000 posts, and you go far enough, it goes all the way back to when I was like in middle school. Like, it goes all the way back. It was either middle school or freshman in high school. Like, if you go far back enough. So yeah, that's just a lie. I've been a fan for a very long time. That's just a lie. Pop set Mitch up for success. Yeah. He didn't become a fan until Josh Primo. That's what the street's been saying. Yeah. That's when I became a fan. Is Primo. That's why I wanted him to play so much, and I was confused when he didn't play, because I don't know ball. The fact of the matter is this. It's not necessarily what your opinion is. Well, okay. With certain things, that's a little bit more important and not as trivial as basketball, like political leanings and stuff like that. Like, that stuff does matter. But even with political leanings and other stuff that you care about, it's not always about what your opinion is, rather how you got to that opinion, right? And that's what I care mostly about. Even if I have an opinion and you disagree with it, I'll at least tell you why and how I got to that opinion. And if it's demonstrated to me that, you know, that opinion is wrong, or there's a different way of viewing it, or there's something I'm missing, then that's cool. Like, I'll change my opinion. And I'm like that with everything. I mean, you guys already know, like, at least from, you know, stuff that I've talked about before, like, I'm very, like, left-leaning with stuff. I'm basically a leftist at this point. But I'm always, like, adjusting how I view things based on, like, new information, new data, and all that good stuff. And I just think when you get to an opinion, or you get to your thoughts on something, how you got there is super important. If your base of the house that you built, or the base that you built the house on, is kind of shaky, then the opinion is always going to be a little shaky. Yeah. And that's the thing. And that's the thing too, though. You can have a right opinion about something, but your base is shaky, right? I mean, I don't want to go here. I don't want to go there, but that's why I hate liberals. I hate liberals so much. I don't hate them as, like, individually or nothing like that, but it's like a liberal will have the right opinion on something, but how they got there is so shaky that, you know, they don't go all the way with stuff. They only go they'll go as far as what's socially acceptable, because their base is so shaky. But yeah, Mitch ruined Sohan career. Yeah, that's a little strong. He didn't ruin his career. Like, he'll be okay. You know, I think that's too strong. He didn't ruin a career. But we'll see. But I guarantee you, Spurs fans would be like, no, he's doing so well here or somewhere else. Guys, I'm with you. I think I like the thumbnail. I think I like the new thumbnail more too, because it makes the images, like, the players, pop out a little bit more. Yeah, I think it's better. I like it too. So recently I watched a movie. Actually, recently. It was literally before I saw the Sohan news, before we went live. I watched a movie called Monster. Have you guys heard of that movie? Like, not the old one with what's her name? About the serial killer woman. Not her. It's a movie that came out in 2023, and it's a Japanese film. And God, it's one of the greatest films I've ever seen. I ended up putting it on my list. I think I put it at like 8. Like, it's so good. Had me crying like a baby at the end of it. But you guys definitely should check it out, bro. It's so freaking great. But follow me on Letterboxd, though. That would be cool. If you follow me on Letterboxd, that'd be great. Same director that made Shoplifters. What's up? I never seen Shoplifters. Is Shoplifters good? Should I watch that next? Oh, it's so good. Ooh. All right, let me go to my Letterboxd. Hold on. Shoplifters. This movie? Oh my god, it's super well reviewed. Alright, that'll be in there. I'll watch that tomorrow. Isn't that the lady that was in? Ain't that her? She was just in the movie I watched. She was just in Monster. Maybe this would be, because what else has this? What's this beautiful director directed? So I haven't seen that. I might have only seen one of his. Wait, have I never seen any of his movies? Nobody Knows is on my. These two are on my list. Oh, The Third Murder. I seen that one. I think I didn't like it that much. I don't think I liked that movie. Did I? Maybe I haven't seen this movie. Might have been another movie I was thinking about. No, I think I have seen this. I don't think I liked it that much. I watched No Other Choice. It was pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna watch No Other Choice too. That's a Korean film. I'm trying to get as many Japanese films in as possible just so I can hear the language. That's my main thing. I just want to hear the language and, you know. But if I can enjoy something beautiful in the process, I'm cool. I'm trying to watch Reno Family too. Oh yeah, I heard that was good. For some reason, the trailers for it didn't really entice me, but yeah, I might like it. You go, Jimmy. I hope you do a video and I wrote you. I usually don't do that, y'all. Like, I might not do any like vlogs. I mean, I might do a few videos and put it on IG or something, but I don't think I'll just like put it on YouTube. Or maybe I can take some video and then when I go live, we can take a look at the footage or something. But I don't usually do vlogs or nothing like that. Like, I don't think I want to do that. All right, then the third thing we talked about was, oh, the guy, the reaction. I don't even know what I should do with this. Let's go to his The Monkey Clan, You Won't Regret It. I watched it. I didn't like that movie that much. I was so hyped for that movie, bro. And my girlfriend at the time, I told her I was like, we gotta go see this movie. It's gonna be so great. It's gonna be so awesome. And then after seeing it, yeah, she was very disappointed, as was I. Actually, we didn't see it together. We didn't even see it together. She went with I think she went with family to see it, but I need an image of Wemby looking confused. Y'all like that? Oh wait, the monkey. Never mind. Are you talking about Wait. Oh, no. I'm thinking of something else. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of that fighting movie. Monkey Man. I'm thinking of Monkey Man. The Monkey. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. Is it good? Is it good? I don't know, man. I saw The Long Walk, another Stephen King. I did not think that movie was that great. I thought people severely overhyped it. Gotta watch Terrifier Saga. It's also good. That first Terrifier movie I thought was really good. It's kind of brilliant. It's kind of brilliant. Okay. Let's go ahead and put it on my list. Let's put it on my list. For some reason, it's not coming up. I'll just leave it on here for a minute. Maybe it'll come up later. What should I name this video of react to this dude? Should I just be like, I got called out? Yeah, I got called out. Reacting to a bomb. No, I'm gonna say I got called out. I think that's good. You guys got any other ideas? I got called out seems pretty good. Clan gives his opinion. No, that's weak. You gotta be better than that. That's actually a really good image. Huh. Learning basketball with the opinion. Living in his head rent free. I fight a guy for calling me out. I don't fight him. I'm gonna say I just got called out. I think that's good enough. That'd be a good one. Just a quick clickbait. Yeah. You gotta do a clickbait image of me being like, I got called out? Oh no! I do need some reaction shots. I might work on that the next few days. Because I'm like snowed in, so I might do that. He called me out? Oh no. Was Monster really a 5-star worthy? I've been wanting to see it. It is by far 5-star worthy, bro. Like the way it all comes together and the meaning behind, you know, the monster. It's truly beautiful, bro. I think everybody should see that movie. I mean, it truly is beautiful. The way it all comes together is just like, whoa. That was really great. You feel for them, man. You feel for those kids. Because I'm a sucker, but I'm also a sucker for movies that plays on your perception or like challenges your perspective. Because you think one thing. I like movies that kind of throw you all over the place, just throws you off. Like you think one thing and then it's actually something else going on. Like it's just so good. And I thought it was brilliant, even how they started off with the adult's opinion or the adult perspective of everything. Because, you know, adults like to keep things very simple. This is what's going on with my kid. This is what's, it's a simple bullying. Oh, it's simple that this person did this. Like, that's what's going on. And they don't really like to acknowledge the complex emotions that even elementary school kids are dealing with. I just thought it was kind of brilliant the way they did it. And they purposefully start with the adults. Because you start off and you're like, oh, okay, it's pretty cut and dry what's going on here. And no, I did not expect it to go in the direction that it went in. And even characters that you start off not liking, like other adults, you're like, what's their problem? Why are they acting like this? And it all makes sense when it all comes together. But I'm a sucker for those too. Like one of my favorite movies of all time is Confessions, and that one jumps from perspectives the entire movie. And also I'm a big fan of The Last of Us Part 2, where a lot of people didn't like that video game. But I love the difference in perspective. I got high expectation now, but I love movies like that. Oh, it's so good, bro. It's so good. Just let it give it some time. I don't want to say it's a slow burn, because I think it's pretty interesting from like the beginning, but you give it some time, it gets good. See if you cry like I did. I'm a crybaby though. I feel like I have pretty high, I got a pretty high bar for something I would give a 5-star to. Red Dead, Last of Us is goated. Red Dead Redemption 2 is goated. I'm just talking about goated video games since you brought it up. I'm banning the opinion of a bad Sohan take. Yo, Clan, heard about the new Dragon Ball Super series? Yeah, have you guys have you watched or have you read the manga? I'll admit there's a lot. See, this is what I'm hoping for, okay? This is what I'm really hoping for. I know people were upset that they were remaking the Beerus arc. I wish they would remake the entirety of Super, bro. I know it came out not that long ago, but like, please, for the love of God, because it's just so inconsistent and it doesn't make a lot of sense most of the time. And I hate the Super story. I mean, but then it would take so much rework. Like, Jiren, do we just change how Jiren is? Because I didn't like him as a character. Like, I guess you can't do all of it, but yeah, I have read quite a bit of the manga, and I've seen the Moral arc. The Galactic Patrol is actually really good, so I'm hoping though that they don't just go off of the manga and they do their own thing and make some decisions. But it seems like this is what it seems like. This is what it seems like what's going on with Dragon Ball. It seems like they're constantly putting Akira Toriyama's name on stuff. And from last time I remember, Akira Toriyama did like take care of a lot of stuff already. So you know, there's a lot of stories that's from Akira Toriyama that's probably like years upon years upon years of story that they can tell that's just from Akira Toriyama himself. So even though he's gone, he left a lot behind, which is cool. That's a pretty good thumbnail. But yeah, I'm hoping that they do something different with the story. I like Daima. I don't know why quite a few fans didn't. I thought Daima was pretty doggone good. It was very Dragon Ball. I once again, I wish that Dragon Ball hasn't felt like anything was at stake for a very long time. I haven't really had that feeling of, oh my God, if they don't make it, it's all over. You know, I haven't had that feeling since maybe the Cell Saga, honestly, and that really bothers me. And Daima didn't elicit I think I'm saying that right, elicit that feeling out of me of like, oh my gosh, my heroes are in danger. But it was good. I thought it was cool. It felt like classic Dragon Ball. It was very funny. Dude, there's a lot. Dragon Ball is too, yeah. Any pre-order games that you're interested in? Yeah, actually, just yesterday, I dove into my Japan fund for this one. Yakuza Kiwami 3. I still got to finish Kiwami 2. I know the story, but I haven't actually finished the game, so I need to finish that, and that would be great. But yeah. Let's put this as unlisted as well, because I don't know when I'll upload that. I think I know when, but I'll wait. One Piece or Dragon Ball? See, I just got into One Piece. I'm like at episode 400 and something, and I'll say Dragon Ball never moved me as often as One Piece did. But also, Dragon Ball has far less episodes than One Piece. But the emotional complexity of One Piece is superior to Dragon Ball. But I think the fight choreography in Dragon Ball is significantly better. You know? Like, what moves me in One Piece is very deep themes, you know, of togetherness, trauma, you know, just being the odd man out, you know, not fitting in. Like, it's a lot of different things that they tackle. Slavery, fascism. like One Piece hits everything. Whereas Dragon Ball, when I felt, you know, moved, it was because of a character arc, or like every kid felt what Gohan was feeling, where it's like, you know, you felt weak and seeing him overcome. And then you got the Vegeta arc that was really good, but it's not as deep. So I feel like as an adult, if I told somebody to get on something and they never watched either, One Piece easily. My personal favorite is Dragon Ball, though. But One Piece, if someone told me One Piece is better than Dragon Ball, I can't even get mad. Yeah, you can never replace Dragon Ball. And a lot of parts of One Piece, like, it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for Dragon Ball. The Skypiea arc, that really reminded me of Dragon Ball. Skypiea arc felt like Dragon Ball a lot of times. See, that's the thing, July 2, with the Moro arc, I'm really hoping that they improve it, because there's a few things in the Moro arc that was kind of weird. So I'm hoping they improve it. Like, for instance, how they beat Moro. I did not like that. That was kind of whack. So I hope they improve that, please. And there's starting to be stuff in Dragon Ball that's just feel unearned. Like, there's techniques that they bring up, and it's just like, where did that come from? Or maybe you mention it one time, but like if you go and watch the old Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Zeto, you watch the old stuff, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. It all makes sense. It's learned here, and it's learned here, and it's learned here, and it builds on top of each other. But sometimes I feel like techniques come out of nowhere. Yeah, the moral arc, great character, but the ending was weird. I didn't like his transformation. If they can change that, do not have him turn into Cell at the end, please. That was awful. I was like, his design was so cool before, and then you just do that? He was so scary before. Favorite Dragon Ball character? Vegeta. And then I would say Teen Gohan. Or I guess just Gohan in general. And then probably Goku. Kiwami 2 has so much content. Yeah, I might play some more of it tomorrow. I might watch Shoplifters and then play it. He was basically a new version of Cell. Yeah, that's what they turned him into, and he was way better than that. He was way cooler. I mean, Cell was cool too. But like, I just didn't like his design. You did the baseball sub story? I don't know what that is. I don't know why they have to remake Battle of Gods again for the 4th time, but I guess. I wish they would remake. They should remake the Trunks arc, bro. That has so many loopholes in it. The problem with Super though is none of the arcs really led into the next. All of them just felt like random arcs that didn't really lead into the next. Maybe the last couple, but it was just kind of messy, and that bothered me. So I would want the whole thing remade, because I think what they're going to do with the Battle of Gods though is, and I know people start to get confused because there's so many different iterations at this point, but I think they're probably going to add some stuff from Daima into it to make Daima canon. But that's the thing, like if Goku could tap into Super Saiyan 4 prior, like why would he not done that throughout the series, you know? So it's like we need all that remade, and that's what I think. I personally think that's what they're trying to do, that they're going to try to introduce that into the Battle of Gods, make that canon, maybe explain why it doesn't come back. I don't know how. And then, you know, future wise, because it's not even in the manga. That's another problem too. That's why I want everything just to be different. Like they just need to do their own thing. I mean, maybe we get a GT, but I hope that they learned their lesson with that. But we just need our own thing, man. You got enough Akira Toriyama notes. Hopefully you'll be fine, because I thought Daima was the best Dragon Ball thing they've done since Z. Daima is for sure canon. I don't know when they'll mention it. Maybe in Black Frieza arc. So that's the thing though. Like he hasn't necessarily prepared for that. You know, like it's a whole nother thing. So he hasn't even prepared for it. So and the problem too is Daima takes place before Battle of Gods. So the question is, why hasn't it been brought up? Wait, how many arcs have we had thus far? I'm in chapter 10 of Kiwami 2 with around 60 hours of play, but I have most of the side content done. Bro, I'm gonna hop on that giant. You make me want to hop on it. I gotta play it, and then next weekend start 3. My favorite character is Mr. Satan. He's the people's champ. You know, Mr. Satan beat Cell. A lot of people thought it was Gohan, but it was actually Mr. Satan. Good night, fam. GSG. Good night, man. Yeah, it's like super late. Yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep myself. We'll see what Toyotaru in charge now. I don't know how he'll do. I don't know how well he'll do. I don't know. They should bring Super Majin Buu back. Maybe. Oh, the voice actor of Boo passed away. The Japanese voice actor. He was 71. All right, guys. I'll see you. Funny enough, I'll see you tonight. Spurs got a late one. I'm snowed in, so I don't have to worry about sleep. But yeah, I'll get with you guys tomorrow. Appreciate the love, and let's beat the Rockets, man. But Goku's grandma voice actor is still kicking. She's immortal. That's dope.